years later, we are back. 3 years later, we are back. Lauren Daigle, welcome back to New Zealand. How are you?
I am so good. So good. I hope that I get to New Zealand pretty soon. If I remember correctly, New Zealand made a ton of origami birds. Is that correct?
Your memory serves you well, Lauren Daigle, and that progresses nicely into our first game for you today.
Oh, yes.
Which is called the Do You Remember quiz, which I was thinking about this because Leanna and I, we were chatting and we were like, wow, we've got another Lauren Daigle interview. It took so long to get the first one. But then it's been 3 years since we last talked to you. It's
too long. It's been too long. Yeah, it only took me 5 minutes to, make a record and get it ready for everybody. I'm pretty quick. Like, I'm kind of similar to Taylor Swift. She puts like a record out every 5 minutes, and I'm really similar. Can you tell?
I love it. Hey, well, the Do You Remember quiz is a quiz on your memory of last time you were in New Zealand. So best of luck to you.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
There are some multi-choice ones in there. So, I don't know. I love a multi-choice quiz. So here we go. Question number 1. We were trying to interview you for how many years the first time? A, 1.5. B, 3. Or C, 4.5?
I think it was B.
First question, incorrect.
Oh, that's all right.
Dang it, it was 4.5.
Hey,
look, huh?
We didn't even know it felt that long, so maybe you are kind of somewhat correct.
Is it 4.5?
Yes.
It was, yeah.
I knew it. Okay, so this is what I was going to say. I was going to say 5 years, but when you put that 0.5 on it, the 4.5, I was like, oh, dang, I thought it was 5 years.
I should have rounded up.
Look at me.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Anyway, we were telling everyone it was kind of 5 years anyway. So, yeah, we'll give you that one. That's a point. That's got to be a point.
Nice, okay. Question number 2.
What sort of shirts were we wearing when we interviewed you in New Zealand in 2020? A. Paisley.
Yep.
Paisley makes the girls go crazily. B. Crushed velvet. Or C. Hawaiian.
I think it was Hawaiian.
Hey!
Yes, correct.
Great work.
So good.
Love it.
Okay, question number 3. And this one you'll get right because you've already referenced it. We gave you 1,000 of what as a peace offering in 2018?
Origami paper birds.
Yes.
Correct.
Paper cranes. Do you still have any of those?
Oh, yeah, we had the whole box.
What? Do you? You haven't chucked any of them away?
Look, well, I don't get rid of anything.
You're a hoarder.
Can I tell you something? Look, I'm the unclassified hoarder in this regard. My house is orderly. Everything's neat. I don't have stuff spilling out. But I do have a storage unit for people that give me gifts on the road.
Whoa.
I can't help it. It's like, it's just so special.
Oh, that's really
how do you throw away 1,000 paper cranes? that took so much time. Like, that would be just disingenuous. I need to go in there and go like refresh them and turn them over and stuff.
It did take a lot of time. Well, it didn't take as much time as you would have thought because we had an event at the radio station where probably 100 to 150 listeners came and we smashed them all out in one night. Yeah, it was amazing. We had an origami teacher.
You're telling me 150 people dedicated time to this?
Yeah, like people drove like hours and stuff to like come.
Wait.
Yeah.
Do you see why I have a storage unit? Like, how do you just like, oh yeah, thanks for the paper cranes, I'm going to throw that away now. There's no way. I can't. I'm way too sentimental.
Oh, that's great.
I love it.
It's going to be weird though when like someone has to go and clean that out, you know.
It's going to be so weird, but that's going to be their problem. I'm kidding. Wait, so I just moved to a new place and I was on the road, so I couldn't physically pack everything up. And so I said, look, my best friend, she didn't have a job at the time. And I said, hey, I can either hire a moving company because I'm out of town, or I can hire you. Would you rather me pay you and you do it? Or would you rather? I paid her. And let me tell you, at the end of it, she looked at me and she's like, never again. Never again. She was like, Lauren, you have like 6,000 letters from fans that you haven't even seen yet. I'm like, I know, but when I'm 80 years old and I have time to open all of them, I will.
Yes.
I will do it. And she was like, you're out of control. So, yeah. It is. I guess it is a little bit of a problem.
Okay, question number 4 for the Do You Remember quiz. What sort of hat were you wearing during our now famous 2020 interview?
Ooh. Was I wearing this one?
Very similar.
Face down a little bit. Looks the same.
With a different band around it.
Is it the same hat?
It's the orange one with the. It was the orange one with the
Yes.
little teal.
Yes. Wow, you have such a good memory.
Y'all
That's
are making
amazing.
me feel a lot better about myself because let me tell you, I feel like after I got COVID, I feel like I have lost so much of my memory. Like so many of these details are, and y'all are just making me feel like, hey, look at this. You got it. You still got it. You still got it.
Lauren.
Actually, it's not my brain as much as it was. Y'all were just very impacting. And I genuinely mean that.
Oh.
I remember that show so well. There was the lady that came in on the wheelchair and she started that organization for all the people like in hospital beds and stuff that were able to come to the show.
Yeah.
That transformed my life. So it's just that y'all are very impressionable.
Well, that's amazing that you, I mean, that's incredible that you remember that. And like, I actually wrote down like for the end of the interview, but might be a good time to read it now, is because you've brought this up. Like when you did that, we had this sort of funny interview going on. When you did that and sat down with that girl and you like sung to her and prayed to her, it really struck me because you are like probably one of the most famous people that I've ever met. And I don't know, I haven't met that many people that are as big of a deal as you know. And it just struck me that, you know, you actually are so real and you just have this such genuine love for the people that come into your life. And I just wanted to I just want everyone to know that you're like super genuine and super kind and like just have an amazing heart and you just love people. Like you literally sat with that girl for like 20 minutes. It was incredible. So you gave us an amazing experience too.
Wow. That is so kind. You are so kind. I remember her so well. And we actually, let's just like highlight the power of people who are kind and beautiful and who live passionately. This woman started that organization because she said, I was in the hospital and I saw so many people that couldn't come to shows because they were in the hospital. I've never been to a show where I looked out in the crowd and there's actual patients that are in hospital beds in the audience because of her wanting to provide these opportunities for people who it may be difficult to get to shows. Well, we went back to the United States and we partnered with this organization called Culture City. And we started bringing these ADA rooms into arenas over here where people who have like sensory disorders and things like that can come in and sit in these rooms. And it was all because of meeting that one lady, like that we started implementing these rooms. So now every time we go into an arena, we build out a room for people like that to come into.
Wow. It's so crazy how moments in your life actually change the course of your life and change what you do in your life, eh? And it just takes like one person or one moment to do that. So what an amazing thing you're doing, Lauren. And I have to say same to what Josh has just said about you. We were really impacted by just seeing you do that. And I'm sure that girl that got your time and your energy and your words, probably it's absolutely changed her life too. So keep doing what you're doing. There still is another question in the quizzes there.
Okay.
But I love
I'm going
this.
to all the stories.
No, it's it's
Please
good.
do.
It's good. Okay, question number 5. This is the final question. And we've got a little clip of this. So what were you talking about when you described your favourite radio situation you've ever been a part of it? Here's you saying it back in 2020.
Y'all are the best. Like, you might be the best radio situation I've ever been a part of.
Were you talking about A, K-Love's annual fundraiser, B, the Thursday afternoon chat with JR, or C, One Day, One Daigle on Life FM New Zealand?
Of course it was C. Not even a question.
She remembers. She
Aw.
remembers. Okay, that's the end of the Do You Remember quiz. And you
I feel
remembered
like
very
you're
well.
my people. I need to move to New Zealand. Y'all are my
Hey,
kind of people.
You are so welcome to come to New Zealand. We've got a place for you. We'll kick Josh off the Life FM afternoon show.
I'll
You
resign.
can take his spot.
If you want it, you can have it.
So we're here to talk about music and your new album. We're so excited. Everyone here that listens to Life FM, which is basically a majority of New Zealand, Lauren, absolutely love your music. We love your heart behind your music, and we're so excited to hear a brand new album, which is self-titled. When is that coming out? When do we here in New Zealand get to hear the full album?
I am so excited. It comes out on May 12th this year, so literally 1 week away. It's so wild because I feel like I've been counting down for 2 years. We've been working on this project since October of 2020.
Wow.
And I've been in this like countdown. And so the fact that we're just 1 week away, I'm spilling out. I'm peaking. I'm so excited.
Well, it's so good, and we're loving the 2 singles that we've had on Life FM already. We've got Thank God I Do, and we've got Waiting. Waiting.
Come on.
Waiting like blew my mind when I first heard it. I was like, this is an absolute track. It's a track.
Wow. Thank you.
I was wondering, because obviously we spent, 4.5, 5 years desperately trying to, in some instances, get an interview with you. There's a line in the chorus that's like, toss and turn and anticipating, all the while your heart is aching, knowing that the day is coming soon. Is that line, or first of all, rate my singing, second of all, is that line about us trying to interview you?
I used that tenacity to want to interview me as the key inspiration as to why I wrote that song.
There we go.
Why I wrote that song. You know, when you have to wait for things, it means you just genuinely treasure them. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And I was also going to say, if I ever need backup for a background vocalist, I am calling you. We'll fly you from New Zealand.
Yes, don't worry. You've just made Josh's entire life. He will literally quit now.
That's
we will
the
never
clip.
see him again.
That's the clip that's starting the show
It
every
has
day.
a little bit of a Bob Dylan spin on it because he said, toss and turn anticipating, all the while your heart is aching. That is very Bob Dylan. And he just drops the line.
Yeah, that's what.
Beautiful.
That was definitely on
Beautiful.
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, so here in Aotearoa as Māori people, we have things called Whakataukīs. That is basically just a proverb, a Māori proverb that embodies like our values and wisdom and things like that. So I found this one and I thought this is a great one for you. I'll say it in te reo Māori and then I'll tell you what it means. Ina kei te mōhio koe ko wai koe, I anga mai koe I hia. Kei te mōhio koe, kei te anga atu ki hia. And it means if you know who you are and where you're from, you will know where you are going. So that is our gift to you, Lauren Daigle.
Okay, question for you. Is there a way to get that recorded? Like, can your voice record that and send it to me?
Absolutely. I will do that to you, for you, Lauren.
Yeah, we'll send
That
it.
is so beautiful. I feel like that is, so when I said, I feel like y'all are my people, it is because I come from a very similar culture in that regard where you cherish your heritage so much. You cherish your culture. It's generational. It's not just like, you move away from family and you never see them again. It is, we all come back to the nest, if you will. And I understand that very clearly because if you forget where you can't come from, you lose yourself. And the beauty of remembering where you came from and how grounding that is keeps you steady on the course. So that is beautiful to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's
Lauren
beautiful.
Daigle, thank you so much for your time. We love you here in New Zealand. Please come and see us.
Yeah, and we just I just want to say thank you for everything that you've given us over the years. Your music is a blessing to so many people. Never underestimate that. We love you so much. New Zealand loves you. The new album, Lauren Daigle, is out May the 12th. Yeah, grab it in all the usual places. And of course, you can listen to the first 2 singles, Waiting and Thank God I Do, right here on Life FM. Lauren Daigle, we'll see you next time.
Bless.